to This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry. I am on here to share about finding your identity in the hip hop music industry. Today, in our world, when you meet people in this world today, people are finding their identity in this world and in the hip hop music industry. That's where people are finding their identity. You ask, oh, I'm a singer, I'm a basketball player. If that's what you find in your identity in, what's going to happen when that ends? What's going to happen when that's over? Oh, I'm a rapper, I'm a famous rapper, I'm a famous singer. If that's where you find your identity at, what happens when that comes to an end? What happens when all of that comes to an end? If that's where you find your identity at. Your identity is in being a famous rapper or a singer or a basketball player or movie star. So finding your identity in hip hop, in the hip hop music industry, when your real identity is in Jesus Christ. So what happens when you break your leg, you can't play basketball no more? But that's where your identity was. You want to be a famous rapper. The hip hop music business is like a stock market, go up and go down. What happens when it all comes to an end? What happens then? When you find your identity in hip hop, when you find your identity in these things, in this world, oh, I'm a famous rapper, I'm a famous singer, that's who I am. That stuff is temporary. What happens when it ends? What happens when that's over? When you find your identity in your money, in your house, in your car. That's why people lose their mind. Because there's an identity crisis in the world today. People are finding their identity in the things of this world instead of Jesus. When Jesus Christ said in Genesis 1:26, then he said, let's make man in our image and our likeness so that they may rule over the earth and the sea. He said, let's make man in our image. So God created man in his own image. But today, you're a famous rapper, you're a basketball player, the whole world loves you. That's a fake identity. What's going to happen when basketball is over? If you find your identity in the money, the cars, the houses, I'm a rapper. If that's where you find your identity in, what's going to happen when that? That's not a real identity. What's going to happen when that ends? What do you do then? What do you do then? That's where your identity. Most people lose their mind. Our real identity is supposed to be in a relationship with Christ. Identity crisis. There's an identity crisis. A lot of women in this world don't know what God thinks about them. So they expose themselves to the public, all on social media. All on social media, there's an identity crisis. Finding your identity in hip hop music industry, what happens when it fails? When your real identity is in Jesus Christ. We're made in his image, in his likeness. My identity is found in a relationship with Christ. Not in being a rapper or a singer or none of that. That stuff can end. That stuff is temporary. When you don't know what Jesus thinks about you, that's when the devil can deceive you. And the devil is still an identity. He's still an identity every day. If that's you find your identity in being a basketball star, what happens when you break your leg? It's over with. And that's all you've been doing. But then you find your identity in your money, your house, your car. Women find their identity in their hair and their nails, but not finding their identity in Christ. My identity is found in a relationship with Christ. I was made in God's image and his likeness. That's where my identity is. But if your identity is in being a famous rapper or basketball, or being a movie star, what happens when that ends? When that ends for most people, they lose their mind. They lose their mind. It's a fake identity. That's not a real identity. No. My real identity is found in a relationship with Christ. It says, so God said in Genesis 1:26, God created man in his own image and likeness, male and female. So God created you in his image, and you too. So my identity is not found in being a rap star, a basketball star. That's nice, but that's not who I am. My identity is in a relationship with Christ. But if you find in your identity Christ, not in the music industry, not in being a rap star. Find your identity in this world is income. Real identity is in a relationship with Christ. Genesis 1:26. He made us in his image to represent him. Set on the trap ministry.